We very rarely put the emphasis on the person that committed the assault. Why did they commit the assault? Why did they feel like they had the entitlement to that person's body? There's a real problem in the media with victim blaming. So what someone was wearing, why she was out drinking, why she went somewhere on her own.
So I guess in terms of media representation, it's the things we don't say that strike me most.
It feels like the media only reports on rape and sexual violence when there is a celebrity involved or when there is a false allegation case, which are incredibly rare.
In reality, though, it could be your next door neighbor, it could be your sister, it could be you, right? And I think that's why it's so shocking when people actually, unfortunately, become victims themselves. It's hard to map this understanding of rape that they hear about in the news to what they've actually just gone through.
Obviously, the kind of more violent they are, the more sensational they are, the more likely stories are to be written about them. So we do a disservice to the people that have suffered less sensationalized accounts.
Sexual assault or rape within relationships isn't acknowledged that much in the media. It's more, you know, somebody was attacked by a stranger or, you know, the violence of it really.
Whereas actually, more than half of rapes are carried out by someone who is known to the victim. Very often their partner and very often in their own homes.
In terms of film and TV, I get quite frustrated with the way that rape and sexual violence is used as kind of character development. Often it's used as kind of like backstory to a character, or it's referenced in a way where it's not really made into as big a deal as perhaps it should be, which I think is one of the reasons why I didn't see it as happening to me as being a particularly big deal for so long.
Another myth, I think, is around the fact that rape is always very violent, that there is physical aggression above and beyond the sexual violation that's taking place as well. So for example, in my case, I was assaulted 3 separate times and I wasn't being beaten up, and a couple of times I was actually woken from sleep by the person that was assaulting me. Because and I wasn't kicking and screaming, and it wasn't a stranger. And on one case, it was someone that I had allowed to sleep in my bed with me. So I found it hard to recognize those events as assault, and in one case as rape, because it didn't fit the myth that's out there. I
feel like there's a lot of people kind of carrying these stories around, and if we could just sort of lift the lid on that and realize that it's something that actually happens quite frequently, and it's something that isn't your fault, and it's something which you shouldn't be ashamed of, then I think we'd be able to have a more honest conversation about these issues.